Alright, we're going to hop back in here at section 2.3. So with section 2.3, we start off with just the reciprocals. So we've got 3 over 8. We want to find the reciprocal. Well, remember, the reciprocal means to flip it. And so the reciprocal would be 8 over 3. For number 2, it just gives us the number 4. But if you remember, we can write any any whole number as something over 1. And so then if we flip 4 over 1, we would write it as 1 over 4. And so if you remember from dividing fractions, it's keep, flip, change. Some KFC is happening. And so with our KFC here, I've managed, oh no. There we go. Sorry guys, my screen is outsmarting me very much. Alright, so for number 3, you've got negative 15 over 24 divided by 6 over 45. These numbers might look eerily familiar. So when you do this, you're going to do negative 15 over 24, and then you're going to flip the second fraction, so it's 45 over 6, and then change the division to be multiplication. So keep, flip, change. KFC in the house. Maybe get some potato wedges for dinner. So you want to look at the cross products once again. So between negative 15 and 6, the number 3 goes into both of those. 3 goes into 15 5 times, and it goes into 6 twice. Between 24 and 45, the biggest number that will go into both of those is 3. So 24, it goes into 3 goes into 24 8 times, and it goes into 45 15 times. And then we would just multiply across. So negative 5 times 15 is going to give us negative 75. 8 times 2 is going to give us 16. Alright, for number 4, we start off with negative 14 over 15, negative 4 over 15 maybe, let's try that. And we're dividing by negative 6. So if you notice, you've got two negatives dividing each other, so since they're the same sign, our answer is going to end up being positive, so we don't really have to worry about the negatives. So we can just treat this as 4 over 15, and then remember we can write 6 as 6 over 1. And so then when we do our KFC with it, this is going to be the same as 4 over 15 times 1 over 6. And so then we want to look at the cross products, or the cross numbers, excuse me. So between 1 and 15, there's not any numbers that go into both of those except 1, but that doesn't really help us. But between 4 and 6, 2 goes into both of those. And 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we would have 2 times 1, which is 2, over 15 times 3, which is 45. For number 5, we've got 10 divided by, parentheses, negative 5 over 7. So for this one, we want to do our keep, flip, change here, but I'm going to just go ahead and write 10 as 10 over 1, just because that's going to kind of help my cause in a little bit. Change the second fraction, so 7 over negative 5. And now we want to look at our cross products. Not our cross products, our cross numbers. So between 1 and 7, there's no numbers in common, but between 10 and negative 5, 5 goes into both of those. So 5 will go into 10 twice, it'll go into negative 5 one time. So we'd have 2 times 7, which is 14, over negative 1. And anything divided by a negative 1 is just going to turn the answer negative, so this will be negative 14. And finally, number 6. We've got 12 over 15 divided by 10 over 15. So keep the first fraction the same, 12 over 15. Flip the second fraction and multiply, 15 over 10. Looking at the cross numbers here, between 15 and 15, 15 goes into both of those. They'll cancel each other to make a 1. 12 and 10, the number 2 goes into both of those. It'll go into 12 6 times and 10 5 times. So we'd have 6 times 1, which is 6, over 1 times 5, which is 5. So our answer there would be 6 over 5. Alright, and I will see you for section 2.4.